with lack of information. So I'm not telling him to do anything, right? He's trying to figure out how to get more treats. He's tying the cameraman's shoe. It's working for him, right? I mean, he's doing a great job, and he's pretty cute while he's doing it. He's like, I like these orange laces. Go ahead, Logan. Oh, are you out of here? Come back. Come here. He's done. He's got to fix his makeup really quick.
At the Harambe Wildlife Reserve, it's breakfast time for the African elephants.
So who do we have coming up? This is Miss Nadira right here. Nadira's 16 years old. And after her, Luna, they're sisters. Luna is very fast, very high energy. She gets very excitable, and she's very, very smart. Their mom is Donna, and she's not out today. Coming up is Vasha and Kianga, which are mother and daughter. Vasha is in her mid to late 30s, and Kianga 17 years old. Elephants are very social animals. They actually live in matriarchal societies. When the females are born, they stay with their moms and sisters and aunts and grandmas forever. So currently we do not have a matriarch. No one has taken that role just yet. The two moms, Vasha and Donna, they just happen to like their own space. However, Kianga, Nadira, and Luna, they get along great. They all formed a very special bond. So although they're not all biologically sisters, they're soul sisters. Especially Kianga and Luna, they seem to have a very interesting relationship. You see them together a lot, and sometimes they're sharing food and they're playing together, and sometimes Luna, being younger, can probably pester Kianga a little too much. They're like kids that weigh anywhere between 6,000 to 10,000 pounds. So there's gonna be a little bit of drama between these girls from time to time. Although Luna's very social, she's also pretty independent.
As the morning heats up, Luna wants some alone time.
Luna is by herself. She's got the right idea, eating breakfast in the shade.
But Kianga wants her BFF.
Kianga is like, let me go see what she's doing and what she's eating. Maybe she's got something that I haven't found yet. And Vasha is like, okay, but I don't want to be alone. I'm gonna go come follow you guys and hang out so we can all eat together. A little later today, when it starts to get hotter, you can pretty much guarantee those ladies are gonna go straight to the pool, and they're gonna have a nice little pool party, and it's gonna be very relaxed.
But later on, as the sun gets higher, Luna goes backstage with her mom, leaving Kianga without her best buddy.
Kianga's definitely a little worked up.
Kianga's pool party, for one, gets a lot of attention.
She's acting like a teenager, throwing a little bit of a hissy fit.
It's a cute hissy fit.
Right?
She's out of here.
At Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park, romance is in the air, and new life is always on the way. Backstage at the Avian Research Center, away from the bustle of the park, Crested Kua's Amy and James are trying to start a family.
I'm just placing some bugs into
the felt toy, and I'm gonna get them all in here. And then we'll put this one right over here. They are inseparable. They're very sweet to each other. They feed each other, and they don't like other birds sneaking in and trying to get in their little love area. I want them to come off of their nest because the behaviors that I'm seeing indicate that there's an egg. So I really want to check it out.
In their native Madagascar, the kua's habitat is threatened. So Amy and James are part of a special breeding program that aims to keep a healthy population in human care.
They totally look like bodybuilders, just pumping up, and they love to sunbathe their backs.
They're not showing off. These sun worshippers use solar power to regulate their body temperature.
My favorite thing about them is just the coloration of their eyes. That is actually their skin. It's not their feathers. And it's just like if you're going out for a night on the town and you put on your eyeshadow. It's just an adornment on them.
Finally, Megan gets a chance to see if the magic happened.
It's always that moment of, is there something in there? Yay! There's an egg. They will break under certain conditions. If they get tossed around in the nest, the adults sit too hard on them, they fall out. I'm going to remove the egg from the nest for safekeeping in one of our incubators.
If all goes to plan, in 12 days, there will be a new baby kua in the world.
Really hoping we can get some babies from them.
The fragile crested kua egg is protected by a special incubator, controlling the temperature and humidity.
The first thing we are going to do is take the weight. 9.85.
Surrogate mom Glorielli keeps a close eye on its development. This chick is almost ready to hatch.
I'm going to turn the lights off so we actually can get a visual of the embryo in the egg. I'm so excited. They will actually start pecking at the shell very softly at first, but they keep pecking at the same area, and then you will see the hole. And surprise, there is an internal pip right there.
This weakened area, known as the pip, will be the first to crack when the baby hatches.
Okay, so that's good news. We're getting really close to hatch now. So within the next 12 hours, they'll probably peck at the shell and start opening it from the inside to come out. It's very exciting.
At the Seas with Nemo and Friends at Epcot, live over 90 aquatic species, including these gentle giants. West Indian manatees Lou and Lil Joe.
I love manatees so much. I always would say that if I could choose one species, I would totally be a manatee veterinarian and just work on manatees all day long. Their little faces, you just want to squish them. Cute is just the best word to describe a manatee.
While Lou and Lil Joe cause a splash. Backstage, Dr. Jen attends a rescued wild manatee.
We have 3 young females down here that are undergoing rehab here at Disney. The feisty little lady over there, her name is Jolo. I like YOLO, but with a J. So she's very spicy. We like her a lot. Jolo was rescued near Titusville, Florida by one of our conservation partners. They transported her here to Disney so that we could provide her with more long-term care. She's really thin and she has these respiratory signs that are concerning me. So what the trainers have expressed is that occasionally they'll hear kind of a little bit of a congested breathing pattern and they may see some mucus on the water surface when they're watching her swim.
As an air-breathing mammal, Jolo can be examined out of water.
This area is really great for rehab manatees. We can drain the pool really quickly to access them for their medical exams and keep a really close eye on them when we feed them to make sure they're eating well. Would you mind just hosing her off a little bit, just around the face?
Like all manatees, Jolo only breathes through her nose. So Dr. Jen takes a close look.
Jolo, your face, sweet girl. Just see some nasal discharge, so we're gonna sample that. She has been a little extra mucousy.
You hear that breath?
Yeah, it's a little mucousy, huh? Her breathing sounds really congested. It's kind of these exaggerated breaths. They sound kind of wet. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's definitely concerning. We need to figure out what's going on. Did that come out of her nose? Yes. She did sneeze on us, but thankfully that she did, we were able to see some of the mucus from deeper in the respiratory tract, the yellowish stuff, which could be a concern. Scoop it up there, Charlene.
For a second one?
We're just gonna get the stuff that's on the surface. Here. Yep. Did you get a decent amount in there?
Okay.
My biggest worry is a pneumonia. It makes it really hard for them to breathe, which means they can't get as much oxygen to the rest of their body that they need. So it's concerning for her long term.
When rescued, Jolo weighed less than 600 pounds, almost 300 pounds short of her healthy weight.
There is a major crisis in the wild right now, and this is being caused by runoff from urban coastal development, killing off the seagrasses, which is a big problem for manatees because they don't have anything to eat. What's happening is we're seeing a lot of these young animals essentially starving. The ultimate goal is to get Jolo back out to the wild where she belongs, but first we need to get her healthy and put weight on her. I'm a little concerned about her.
Backstage, late at night, while crews ready the park for guests. There's another important opening taking place.
All right, let's see if my little Kua hatch. Good. Looks like- Oh, you're so active. Oh my goodness. You're ready to eat, aren't you? So hungry. You look so good. Most people would say that thing is absolutely hideous. They have no feathers. Their skin is just wrinkly, but they're cute.
After all, every mom thinks their baby is beautiful.
They have a lot of personality. They don't open their eyes right away, but you know, they move around quite a bit for such a bird that naked and cannot see. Hey, Christine, I got the chick that just hatched overnight. So hatch weight is 8.52.
Great.
And it's very hungry.
Oh, we'll get him fed.
Oh, he's so
Yes,
cute.
He looks really good.
It does, yeah, good weight.
So right now we're gonna put him down here and we're gonna get some food into him. He eats chopped up mice. So we'll just tap his bill, and if he wants his food, he'll open his mouth for us. He's got these little dots in his mouth, and that's where his parents aim to put that food right in there.
And they keep Christine on target too. Hand feeding the chick gives him the best chance of surviving his perilous first 2 weeks.
It's a lot of work. We start out feeding them every 2 hours. We're basically the mama bird all the time.
The little bird needs one more thing from his surrogate parents.
So I want to name him after Kevin in the Disney movie Up. The crested kua just reminds me of Kevin because of the coloration of their feathers when they're adults.
For now, little Kevin just wants a nap.
And let him rest until we feed him again in about 2 hours.
Hi! All right. What happened outside? What got you so riled up out there?
After her tantrum outside, a calmer Kianga comes inside for a little pampering.
Hello, you. Are you ready? You're
Good for host.
You're good. Good girl.
We are gonna hose her off, get all the dirt off, and take a look at her tongue.
Kianga, stretch. Good girl.
She's gonna get a scrub bath today, so she's gonna have a little Kianga spa treatment.
Kianga, ear. Oh, good girl. Very nice. So, Aaron, I hear something happened out in the yard with Kianga today.
It did. Kianga appeared to be very upset. There was a lot of running around, trumpeting, throwing herself in the pool.
Really?
I think we have a good idea what was going on. Kianga has been spending a lot of time with Luna over the past couple years, and they seem to have developed a close relationship. So earlier today, it was Luna's turn to come off the yard first, and Kianga seemed to not be on board with that idea.
All right, other side.
It was really nothing that we were concerned about. We just watched her, made sure she calmed down. Elephants, I feel, are just drama in general, one way or another. They're so smart. They have a lot of emotions.
Not you. You don't have any, do you? No.
She has lots of emotions.
And right now, the emotion Kianga shows is,
Oh, good girl. We are loving this. Yeah. It's a gurgle. It's when you're really happy and you're having a great time.
She also does it when she's begging because she knows everybody thinks it's cute.
Yeah, because it is cute. Kianga, foot. Good girl.
Are y'all calmed down now? Nice and cool?
Ready to go out and have a magical day.
Good girl.
back at the seas, Jolo, the rescued manatee, shows signs of a dangerous infection.
On her exam last week, you probably remember hearing her kind of doing this really congested breathing. We could hear it almost from a distance. And we saw a lot of mucus coming out of her nose. So I'm gonna be doing an ultrasound of her lung to make sure there's no fluid in there or anything abnormal. And then we're going to be taking a look into her nose and her upper airway with our endoscope.
Dr. Jen wants to check for pneumonia, a potentially fatal condition.
All right, let's go.
But scanning a manatee isn't simple.
So we need a lot of people to restrain this manatee. She is strong. And also, since we're gonna be putting her in a stretcher and lifting her out onto our deck, we need a few extra set of hands for that.
With the help of a sling and a forklift,
You ready to go up?
And this is why we need so many people.
Jolo takes to the air.
Just more like centered on the foam.
A regular bag for like this kind of stuff.
And after a little sedation,
Good job, Jolo.
Jolo is ready for her close-up.
Ultrasound's a really great imaging modality for the respiratory tract, so we can look at Jolo's lungs and we can see if she has fluid in there, if she has any significant signs of infection, like an abscess. Oh, nice big breath, Jolo. Good job. I'm a little perplexed. I don't see signs of pneumonia, so the next thing I'm gonna do is pass an endoscope into her nostrils and see if I can figure out why she's having trouble breathing. There's a breath. All right, I'm gonna go in with this and then we'll try to get visualization here. Nice breath. Oh, so gross there.
Record it.
Oh my goodness.
No, it's moving.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
That's not something you see every day. Wow. What we're seeing is a ton of parasites everywhere. They are crawling up and down her nasal passages. We're also seeing a lot of parasites inside a bunch of abscesses all up and down the mucosa of her nostril. It's pretty crazy. Oh wow, more parasites coming out. All right. This type of parasite infection is pretty common in wild manatees. The parasites live in snails as an intermediate host, and the snails live on the seagrass. And as wild manatees are foraging, they ingest the snail. Well done, Jolo. When manatees are really thin, like Jolo was when she's stranded, these parasites take over, and they can cause pretty severe infections. Had we not rescued Jolo, it's highly likely that this infection just would have gotten worse. She would have developed pneumonia and probably could have died from it. We're gonna give her an antibiotic injection, so she may give you a little, you know, little activity. Today we are administering a parasite medicine to Jolo. We're also giving her an antibiotic, and that's gonna help to reduce the bacterial infection that's in her nostrils. Oh, this parasite's still on my leg.
Oh, you can have it.
This is probably in my top 5 or 10 of grossest things I've seen in my career, yeah. We have parasites on the floor. We have parasites on Jolo's face. We have parasites on my pants. I got parasites on my scrub top. Parasites everywhere.
I don't go to the gym very often. It's a real workout. Gotta come and shift the girls in. So every single day we're doing this trek.
In the land of Africa, 5-year-old cheetah triplets Mathai, Muri, and Fosse wait for keeper Dominique to serve breakfast.
Okay, I see some kitties. This is their auditory cue response. Pretty much like their breakfast bell. Mathai, hi baby. You're my girl. Mathai, in my opinion, is definitely our funniest cat. She's kind of a sweetheart. She does this thing where she'll hiss and spit at you, and then you feed her, and she's like, oh, I never did that. That wasn't me. I'm very nice. We don't play favorites, but she's definitely got a special place in my heart. Ready? You gonna eat for me? Yeah. Best girl. Down? I talk to the cats a lot. It does help them to get used to you. I wish they could talk back. It would make our job so much easier if there was something going on and they were like, my stomach's not feeling well today. I'm done. You finished. Nice job, babe. Now we will see the status of the other two. Nice job, Muri. Come on, Foss.
Muri and Fosse come in for their eats.
Okay, you have a lot here that you dropped, so go ahead and eat it. No?
With full bellies, it's time to start the day.
Hi. Good morning. These are my girls. I love them so much. They're so cute. Look at them. We got Mathai right here, taking a nice break.
I'm trying to learn their behaviors so that sometimes if they're having an off day or an off week, we're able to tell those things.
Recently, Mathai has shown some worrying behavior.
So she's had this gastritis for a while, and sometimes she does have some flare-ups. She has been doing a lot of regurg. Sometimes it's like a small amount and sometimes it's a big amount. Lately, she's regurged pretty much her whole meal plus some for like a couple days in a row. So that was pretty concerning. One of those things that we are trying to do with Mathai in her stomach is give her some antacids. My fingers are always crossed and I'm always hoping for the best that she will be a little bit better.
Lost it. Yeah. Legs are locked. Got a little bump here.
At the veterinary treatment room, Mathai arrives for a check of her stomach.
Well, you want to go on the back side of the table there, Dominique. And on Rain's count. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. I'm gonna trade places.
This is a wellness check for her, but also a recheck of her stomach.
We have seen intermittent regurgitation episodes.
How often do you see that?
She actually had an episode about a week ago where she did that and expelled her breakfast quite forcefully.
All right, let's scope her.
An endoscope down Mathai's GI tract will tell the team if the antacid is helping.
I'm feeling a little anxious. I want everything to go smoothly. I'm just really hoping that her stomach and her gastritis is doing better.
So I'm not getting a good visualization of the stomach. We're in a lot of fluid. So we need to get to suction. Thank you, got it. I'm not liking this area on the stomach wall right there. Well, this is not what I wanted to see today at all. This is a serious medical issue. There's like islands of normal tissue here, but then, you know, all of these little indents are all abnormal. And so she has really severe disease. Oftentimes is caused by Helicobacter, which is a type of bacteria that lives in the stomach.
The bacteria irritate Mathai's stomach lining, causing inflammation, bleeding, and even ulcers.
Her gastritis seems to be much worse than it was at her last check. Unfortunately, her stomach is quite ulcerated in many areas.
As a keeper, we work really hard to make sure that our animals have the best days that they can. And when you see something like that, it kind of deflates you a little bit.
I love her so much that taking all of the emotion out of it is kind of impossible. These are, you know, my babies.
Okay, we're done with the scope. Thank you, Jen.
So pretty.
This is unfortunately a really classic thing that we see in cheetah. So it'll be, you know, an antacid, anti-inflammatory antibiotic combination that will help decrease all this inflammation.
It is a really difficult condition to cure it completely. So we manage it with the treatments and medications, and then we monitor it periodically. So she'll have another wellness exam in about a year.
You ready to take her home?
Yep. All right, stable for transport. All right. Scrub your, you ready?
Scrub grip.
Those long cheetah legs.
Mathai returns home to wake up in familiar surroundings.
Somebody needs to be on door 1, because if I need an emergency exit, I'm going that way.
Okay, her reversals are in.
I'm clear.
I'm just watching Mathai's breathing to make sure that she's recovering okay.
Come on, Mathai. Good girl. Good girl. There you go.
She is. Good morning.
Hello.
Oh, hey, little girl. She starts to look for something that's familiar, something that's reassuring. You did such a good job today. That's a good girl. There you go. Yeah. And for Mathai to make that eye contact with her and to see her looking at you and going, hey, I know you. Being that reassurance for her is absolutely priceless. Yeah, we're gonna just give you some peace and quiet. You can get a nice rest, okay? Yeah, you get some rest.
Kevin, our little crested Kua chick, is now 20 days old.
Kevin thrives on his hand-fed meals, now down to just 3 a day.
He's ready to graduate into the next step of our hand-rearing process. He's starting to spend more time out of his nest, perching and things like that. So I'll go ahead and get him, and we'll take him over to meet some of our other chicks. All right, buddy, let's head over. Look at your friends. So they recognize him by just his coloration. What are you guys doing? So their vocalizations, I think they're trying to, they'll encourage him to come out and come and hang out with them. Are you gonna go with them? You wanna go? Oh, there you are. Well, say hello.
So I would say he's looking pretty good.
His new friends are 6 days older and should help him with his next life skill, feeding himself.
Once he gets in here with these guys, it shouldn't take him very long. He will want to follow them, kind of like a younger child with an older child. Hey, you're going to the food. Let me go over there with you as well.
But sometimes these chicks aren't so eager to grow up.
What I'm doing right now is I am just monitoring Kevin because they do like to fake us out and pretend that they don't know how to eat on their own, but they do. They just want Mama to feed them.
To move to his outdoor habitat, Kevin must master eating from the bowl. Keeper Megan has a plan.
Hey, Kevin. Come on. I know. So this is all part of having Kevin learn how to eat. I'm not feeding him. I'm just moving the food just to gain his attention. Awesome. He's a good baby.
Kevin makes his first pecks towards independence.
Hey, bud. Want some more? You had enough? Okay. That's okay. We'll come back later.
Behind the scenes at the Seas, rescued manatee Jolo gets a revisit from Dr. Jen.
So last time it was pretty bad. She had live parasites crawling around. They were crawling out of her nose. She had a lot of mucus. It was pretty gross. So today we're gonna stick a scope into her nose and see if they're improving.
Dr. Natty comes to help, and because she can never turn down a look at a parasite.
Dr. Natty, why are you so into parasites?
They're just, I don't know, they're fascinating. People think of parasites as basic animals, but they are so highly complex, and they have such complex life cycles and the ways that they live in their host. And I have to say, I really love the gross and the gory.
While the gross and gory can be fascinating, if the infection doesn't respond to medication, Jolo's release could be at risk.
Everyone keep your fingers crossed. Thank you for good news. The moment of truth.
Nice timing.
That was a breath? Wow. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. Look at that. This is just a week's time. Normal manatee nose. Fantastic. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. All the inflammation's gone. It's like nothing.
Wow, looking at that, you would not know anything was ever wrong.
Doesn't even look like the same manatee.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this looks a million times better than last time I passed the scope.
I would have loved seeing those parasites firsthand, but it's a win for the manatee, so I'm okay with a little bit of disappointment for myself.
we need to put a little bit more weight on her before she gets released back into the wild, and then she should be good to go. I think Jolo here got pretty lucky.
This is one of my favorite things to do. And just watching the clouds and the mist. After you let the animals out, they often will just run across the savannah. Oh, and look, we have a couple eland that have now joined us on the savannah. There he is, Mr. Handsome. Ben has his own fan club. And when he's not out here on the savannah, people ask, where's Ben? He's just impressive. He's just laid back. Animals usually move out of his way. He's definitely an animal that I hold dear to my heart because I was around when he was born. Oh, there he goes again. Good job, Ben. You get that bush. Get those grasses. So they do that, you know, it's adornment to look big and attractive to the ladies. We'll often just laugh and say, yeah, you tear up that bush. And, you know, he'll just rub his head in the ground and he'll pick it up and have it on his head, or he'll just toss it around. And sometimes it'll just be something little, and then sometimes he'll just dig his whole forehead like down into the ground. Gotta impress the ladies, man. Get a nice hat now. He's beautiful looking.
All right, cheetah time! Good morning, ladies. How are you this morning? Okay, yeah, a little grooming has to happen here. Make sure everybody's faces are clean.
It's been 12 weeks since Mathai started her stomach treatment.
She's got a medicine that really is helping her stomach to heal. And then she's got another medication that's going to help treat any extra bacteria. It's a treatment tool that we're using temporarily just during this little flare-up. I see you over there.
Today is a chance to see if Mathai's recovery is on track.
When she's not feeling well, she doesn't train very much. She really doesn't get excited about things. She's not as interactive. And so today is really going to be kind of the big test for her to showcase whether or not she's back to 100%. We're so excited. You feel like doing some training? Come on in. What a girl. Look at Dad. What do you think?
The challenge, voluntary injections.
I'm gonna give her a treat here and then kind of poke her where she would get an injection. All right, sit. Very nice, thank you. Okay, ready again? Touch. I know. Oh, poking. Good girl. When you weren't feeling so good, you didn't want to do it.
Mock injection done.
Good job.
Rain asks Mathai to get in position for a fake ultrasound.
All the way down. Really? Well, sitting is close, but it's not down. Thank you. Good girl. That's a good girl. There you go. All right, that's all we needed to do. You're all done. You are 100% sparkly, shiny Mathai. Look at that. I can tell. Yep, you're feeling good. You're eating well. You're bright-eyed. You're ready to go. Yay! She's back! Really fun to be able to see her engage right away, and she stayed focused, and she's wanting to work, and she's learning new things, and so that is just wonderful to see. I'm really happy with how she looks. That's great.
So this little guy over here looks like he's taken a little bit of a bath in his water bowl. This is Kevin.
After 30 days of meticulous care, Crested Kua Kevin is all grown up, and he's no longer an only child.
Calvin is his brother. This little crested Kua chick hatched right after Kevin did.
Now that Kevin's mastered feeding himself, the brothers are ready for their time in the sun.
We're seeing a lot of perching. They're going back and forth. So we really think that they are ready for their next step outdoors. So we're super excited. They are ready to go. All right, so here we go. This is gonna be very exciting for them, hopefully. Oh. Calvin went ahead and just flew right out. Kevin, on the other hand, he's not really sure what's happening. There he is. So what he's doing right now is he's found a sunspot. So it might take him a few minutes to head over to the perch because he is trying to get some sun. Hi, buddy. And there he goes. Just the fact that he's already going up to the perch and trying to sun, we couldn't ask for anything better. Bye, Kevin. We'll see you later.
Back at the Seas,
We put some girth on her.
after months of rehabilitation,
Go, 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 go!
Jolo's going home.
She's super strong. I love seeing that. She all settled in for the ride. She looks like she found a comfy spot. This is the grand finale for Jolo. She has been through so much and she's done so well eating and gaining weight and recovering from her infection. And so today she gets the big reward of going back out into the wild waterways.
Jolo's ready to be back where she belongs at the state park.
Everybody in your assigned places.
You ready?
We're ready.
Lifting.
Jolo is such a trooper. She's been through a lot and she just keeps moving forward, one flipper in front of the other. She looks nice and calm, Conrad.
She does, I know.
She's doing really well. That's a nice breath. Smell the water close by?
Jolo will keep in touch with a GPS tag that'll easily break free if snagged.
Jolo's going to be providing important information for us with the satellite tracker. We'll learn about the success of her return, and that will help us learn and make sure that we're doing all we can to make sure that they thrive once they go back in the water.
Dr. Jen made me promise to give you a little hug and a kiss before you go.
Look at those pretty clean nostrils. No worms in there anymore.
Everybody ready? All right. 1, 2, 3.
Here's the big moment.
All right, guys. Stretch her down.
Jolo, it's time to go. Here she goes. Oh, look at her. We will miss her, but for us, the exciting thing is knowing that she's back where she belongs. This is a really good day for Jolo.
And this girl wastes no time making friends.
It's amazing to see her join other manatees so quickly. She's gonna be just fine. Are you having fun? She looks so happy. Today was a magical day.